What exactly is globalization? We hear it all the time, but some people never seem to know what it actually is. Well, globalization is a process of interaction and integration among the people, companies, and governments of different nations. A process driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. It allows extremely easy communication and interaction between nations both near and far. Like everything else in this world, globalization comes with both advantages and disadvantages. These advantages include increasing free trade among countries, allowing an easier flow of ideas through mass media, and the eradication of cultural barriers. Globalization has brought the world together in ways that have never been done before. Globalization makes the distance between nations less of a disadvantage as it was seen to be many years ago. One of the disadvantages of globalization that are evident is the decrease in environmental integrity because of all the activity and pollution that is brought upon by the interactions of globalization. Yet another disadvantage of globalization is the stronger presence of cheap labor, especially in third world countries. This is a result of corporations trying to minimize their costs to gain more profit. Although globalization encourages the sharing of ideas and opinions, it can also be a disadvantage in terms of cultural expression. It is much easier for people to start arguments and provoke each other through the media. This could also hinder some cultures from preserving their heritage in a fast-changing world. Now that we know what the positive and negative effects of globalization are, we must not stop there. How do we guide globalization to ensure that there are less disadvantages? How do we ensure that globalization becomes more sustainable and less harmful? The answer to these questions are the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs. The United Nations created these goals in 2015 for the world to achieve in a span of 15 years. There are 17 goals that the United Nations listed down. The first is no poverty, aiming to rid the world of problems relating but not limited to the lack of income and resources, hunger, malnutrition, and limited access to education. The second goal is hunger and food security, which aims to find better and sustainable ways to grow and consume our food. The third goal aims to provide a healthy life for all people in all ages. Goal number 4 focuses on ensuring that every person receives a quality education. The next goal promotes gender equality and the importance of empowering women. The sixth goal focuses on providing clean water for all. The seventh focuses on providing sustainable, modern, and accessible energy for everyone. Goal number 8 focuses on promoting sustainable economic growth, development, and employment. The ninth goal invests on building infrastructures and promoting sustainable industrialization. Goal 10 hopes to reduce inequalities within and among countries. Goal 11 concentrates on making cities inclusive, safe, and more importantly, sustainable. The next goal motivates people to consume and produce sustainably. Goal 13 encourages people to take action against climate change. The 14th goal aims to save life below water. Goal 15 aims to protect life on land. The 16th goal strives to create just, peaceful, and inclusive societies. The last goal aims to create partnerships in helping achieve all these goals by the year 2030. If you will pay close attention, all these goals actually focus on developing people, nations, and our environment, all of which would not be possible without goal number 4, quality education. Education is the foundation for development. Without education, none of these other goals would be achieved. Even the development in our world today that resulted in globalization would not be possible without education. If education were to be taken out of the picture, the SDGs would not be created, and more importantly, globalization would not be possible. So why is education so important in our world today?
Education is important because it eliminates hate, it eliminates ignorance, it eliminates misunderstandings, it gives people knowledge, which I think creates peace in a society. Education is the key for the next generations to attain the sustainable goals of the UN. It is something that is not only attained inside the classrooms but also outside. It comes in different forms such as art, politics, and business.
Education is important because it provides people with the necessary skills in order to survive their daily lives. So it also allows people to contribute to the society and the economy.
Education is important because it gives us the edge in robotics and it provides more opportunities for collaboration and integration.
Education is important in our lives because learning should be a constant part of it, not only so that we know more, but also so we can use the knowledge to help others make a positive impact.
Education is a vital part of a child's development today. But in many developing countries, there are still a lot of children that do not have access to proper education or are not attending school at all. And this should not be happening in this age of modernization and empowerment. In fact, many LGUs and also the national government are implementing efforts or have their specific programs that are aiming towards enhancing the quality of education in our country or at their cities. And this is a good thing because education is important in order for the children to be competent, knowledgeable, and fully able individuals in their future careers. And this will not only help the country but also the individuals themselves because they will have better quality of lives maybe. And I think that is one of the significance of education today.
Education is an integral part of development because not only does it make the population literate, but it also makes the population be involved in the development process of the country, which I think is the most important when it comes to women, children, and men in the front line of poverty. They will be able to contribute to the government or the institutions, and so that these institutions will be able to suggest policies that will help a developing country develop.
Education is important to make productive citizens of our country in order for them to contribute.
It is important to foster learning, especially to young people, because it's essential for them to learn proper moral conduct, which will guide them in the problems that they face in their everyday life.
Education is important because it provides people the opportunity to be more independent, wise, and well-equipped in making decisions and in contributing to the society.
Education is important because I think it's one of the things that will make your future better.